This is Johnny Doskow. Stay tuned for another Scoresheet podcast. Holy Kadelka!
Here we are, we're at a Rivercats game. About maybe a dozen times in the last 15 years, we've had a couple dozen Scoresheet players gather for a game. We've been to the A's games, been to a couple Giants games, and I think this is our second time at the Rivercats. We've got 30, 35 Scoresheet players out here today. One of them is Bob Mulholland. Bob, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Have you been to one of these events before?
I've been to one of the ones in Oakland.
But you haven't been to the Pac Bell, which is, of course, my favorite.
Yeah, well, it's my favorite place, too, but no, I haven't been there.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny, though. I think we're all much more Major League fans than minor league, but this is by far the biggest turnout we've had in years. So I guess we'll maybe do some more Rivercat games in the future. I don't know. You looking forward to the game?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm from Fresno, and I'm here to root for the Grizzlies today, so.
That's it. You know, if you're a Giants fan, the Scoresheet computer gives you an extra win every year. Just 'cause. So that's a good thing. How long have you been playing Scoresheet?
Probably almost 20 years now. I've been in for quite a few years.
20 years is, yeah, this is our 25th year. So, yeah, I'm thinking you got in 4 or 5 years into it. You got 8 teams now?
I have 8 teams.
That's pretty good. And how many trophies do you win each year?
I don't win them every year, but I've got a handful at home.
And so, yeah, since you're a Fresno season ticket holder, and I'm one of these diehard Giant fans wondering if we're ever going to get a first baseman that can hit, what do you think of Brandon Belt?
Well, what I've seen of him, he's been very impressive. He's got a nice swing, and he really plays first base well.
But I guess I'm only a little worried because he reminds me a little bit of Lance Niekro, who just was that total quadruple A player that could really hit triple A and could never hit in the majors.
Well, I saw Lance Niekro up close and personal. This is not Lance Niekro.
So I should quit worrying about that.
Yes, quit worrying about that.
That's good. Are there any other guys down there in Fresno you think might help out in the next year or two?
Right now they're pretty slim down there. They graduated a lot of guys the last couple of years with Linscomb and Bumgarner and Posey. So they're pretty thin right now.
Huh. But you still like going to the games and seeing guys come up, huh?
Oh yeah, it's the best environment for getting to see young guys before they make it to the show. So we love it.
Do you find that being a season ticket holder in the minor leagues helps you at all in Scoresheet?
I think it does. It's helped me find some prospects before other people have, and that's usually helpful when you're trying to build a deep roster.
Right. Well, thanks. Thanks for talking to us, Bob.
You're welcome.
And we got one more longtime Scoresheet customer and friend of mine, Chris Conley. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Jeff. Good to be here.
It's fun. You've been to numerous of these games.
I've been to many of these games in San Francisco, in Oakland, and twice here now. And it's the best.
You know, we're thinking that we've got the biggest turnouts here at I think both of the Sacramento Rivercat games we've had the biggest turnouts. We might just kind of start coming here every year.
I like coming here. This works for me and my whole family, and the weather's always great.
That's good. You've been playing Scoresheet since back we drafted in my living room back in Richmond like 25 years ago.
I think I was here from the beginning, indeed.
Were you there the year the USA Today columnist and photographer came taking pictures of us in the living room?
Of course.
Did you make it into the paper that year?
I don't recall. I should be in the paper. I was making a guy there.
You were good. I know my friend Russ Rector is over here cooking sausage for all of us. He was pretty much front and center in that page because he was writing the name down on the chalkboard when they took the picture they published in the sports section.
He must have had an inside information on that, so he could center himself.
Well, you've been playing in the same league. I mean, you guys have had that, I guess it's now called, what, AL East Bay Grease?
I think it still is AL East Bay Grease. That's correct.
I'm in the same group of guys for 25. It's a pretty good way to keep in touch, don't you think?
I love it. I love it. It's the best.
Cool. Well, good seeing you out here today, and we'll go sit inside and chat for a while.
Absolutely. Let's go enjoy the ball game.
Here's another one of the Scoresheet players that's here today at the Rivercats game. This is Mike St. John. How you doing, Mike?
Good, Jeff. How are you?
I'm excellent. It's beautiful. It's for Sacramento. It's 75 degrees. You having a good time?
Nice Delta breeze. You can't get better weather than this, man. This is great baseball weather.
There you go. How long you played Scoresheet, Mike?
Off and on since the 80s, since back in the days before it was on computer and we had to handwrite everything. Yeah, it's been a long time. I love Scoresheet. It's the only leagues I've ever won.
Winning is definitely a good thing.
Winning is cool. Winning is the best. deodorizer there is.
So you like it a little more than now that it's all computerized, you can sit at home and type instead of writing.
Exactly. You know, I don't even have to type. All you do is just click on the guy's name and it goes on the list automatically. It's so much easier especially for spazzes like me. It makes it much quicker. It's a fun thing to do. It really is. Football and baseball, there's nothing better than Scoresheet. I have a ball doing it, and I'll keep doing it until I can't do it anymore.
And you find that following the Rivercats kind of helps you out a little bit with Scoresheet?
Well, following the Rivercats and following baseball in general, I always have, and that's how I got into Scoresheet. I love to read the box scores, and it just kind of grew from there.
It is. I mean, that's why we started Scoresheet, was because it just, we're old school. It just made reading box scores that much more fun when your own guy's hitting a home run.
Yes, it does. And the other thing that scares me is I'm a huge San Francisco Giant fan, but you go back and you're looking at players that you really didn't give a hoot about before, because they're good. And, I was like, I want him on my team. I don't really care for the team he plays for, but you look at it from a different perspective, more of a player thing than a team thing.
Yeah, I think it makes you more of a whole baseball fan because you actually follow players on the Astros.
Exactly. And, you can't, the one thing you can't do is homer your team. If you got too many guys from your favorite team, it ends up beating you all the time. A couple of guys is cool, but a lot of them.
No, you can't just mortgage the farm to have the Giants' middle relievers when you could have some other team's closer or something like that.
Of course, the orphan team I picked this year had Buster Posey. Say no more.
Yeah, no matter how much you follow it, injuries can kill you.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, it's the way it is. I mean, the injury thing is, everybody says, I'm smarter than you and I'm better at strat. No, you're not. The fact is, your guys didn't get hurt and mine did. That's really the bottom line, and everybody hates to hear it because they think that they just have this grand scheme, but there really is no grand scheme. It's luck and your guy's not getting hurt.
Yeah, staying healthy is good. Hey, well, thanks for talking to us.
You got it, brother.
Have a good time.